Hi, my name is Eddie Sparks, Most Beach Marketing, and today we're going to talk about sales and how you approach sales. A lot of people don't like to do it, but you're the best salesperson in your business. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in business. And you don't really need an expert salesperson. What you need is somebody that you can put on salary that will go out every day and make a couple phone calls. You can only do sales Tuesday through Thursday. You got to set appointments. You have to have appointment setters that I'll get into. But as far as your theory, this is a theory of how you hire a salesperson in your mind. If you get 12 sales a month, if you get 12 sales a year, it just depends on where you're at. Because your salesperson is front line of defense. He's a person that should know quite a bit about your business, but he's also the excitable person. Like, oh yes, marketing is behind me, and I'm going. I got new tools, and I'm going to go use them. Well, you got to listen to your salespeople because they're the people that are also arriving and looking at other salespeople. And there's particular styles. Depends on where you're at. If you're in DC, a salesperson's got to dress up. If you're in Melbourne, Florida, no. If you're in Arkansas, who knows? I don't know. So how you deal with the presentation and how you deal with your salesperson is based on what your goals are. I mean, over time, it should stair step into 1-2 sales a week. But you have to build a book of business, and you have to ask for referrals, and you have to think about how your salesperson is representing you, and that's where marketing comes in. Because if you're the salesperson, you need stuff to talk to different genres of businesses, but you're not thinking about the actual salesperson. The salesperson needs gas, needs clothes, needs cell phones, needs all that stuff. So hiring someone at a fixed salary hourly can't work unless there's stipends in place. Or sometimes, you guys know that you got to go to hotels and you got to have other stuff. But the stipends, because you're a secretary that makes the same amount as a salesperson hourly, doesn't have to supply their own stuff. So you can use a gas card. You can use other things in place to alleviate the problems. But you really have to think about the core position of the salesperson and what they're supposed to do and what they're going to be worried about, because their stress ends up to be your stress, because their stress ends up to be a problem, because when they're in front of people, they need to be able to close, and they need to have a clear head about what they're doing. Having drunk salespeople every day is common. Watch The Wolf of Wall Street. It's a shit show because your salespeople are mentally insane. But that's okay as long as they do sales. You got to go out. You got to have good material, and you have to have a lot of it. You have to have a lot of sales material. But you really have to take into consideration a few different things, which I'm about to bust out tomorrow, about how to alleviate qualitative information versus quantitative information, because I think it's important. So you have to think about some of the qualitative information. If you have a real pussy salesperson, women, I don't do business with women because I don't want them in the office. But some people like hot women in the office and they like to buy stuff from them. So sometimes having a woman salesperson is come to your advantage, because not everybody can sell everybody. So everybody's going to have a particular style. I turn into a different person. But it's all realistic. It's all based on reality. So when you're hiring a salesperson, you have to develop, do they have the personality for it? And what is it going to take to motivate the personality? And are they going to be consistently working, or are they just going to go take a nap and sleep off their hangover? There's got to be something in place in your brain about how that sales position works and what affects the salesperson to be able to do their job. And I don't agree with not paying people a base. It's the smartest thing to do, because you got to alleviate the bottom stress, and when they make sales, there has to be a tier to it, to where their base gets higher or something, because they still need consistent income, and it still needs to be consistent, and you need to be loyal to those people because it costs money to train them. So anyway, that's all I know. If you picked out anything from that video, that's great. My name is Eddie Sparks, Most Beach Marketing. Be a man today and have a good one. Smile, dude. Nothing can bother you.
This is your Man Minute.